The Phantom Troupe, aka the Spiders. As I've said before, Hunter x Hunter is my third favorite anime, therefore making the Phantom Troupe one of my favorite teams. So many great characters. It's definitely unfortunate when Tagashi, the writer of Hunter x Hunter, decides it's time for a great character to say goodbye. Warning, spoilers up to Hunter x Hunter chapter 396, 57 chapters after the end of the Hunter x Hunter anime, and on the Hunter x Hunter movie, Hunter x Hunter Phantom Rogue. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Hunter x Hunter content. So I had to re-record this video because I used Hunter x Hunter anime and got copyright blocked. So here's Jump Force, one of my favorite games, and enjoy. Uvo game. My guy Uvo. We started out early with the manga spoilers, but unbeknownst to my anime watchers for now, he was the originally nominated leader of the Phantom Troupe before he told Chrollo to lead, the physically strongest member of the troupe at the time. Being one of the founding members of the troupe, Uvo had to witness Chrollo discovering Saras's desecrated body after being murdered by people from the outside world of Meteor City, which was the target of kidnappings and murders due to discrimination. Sarasa was a childhood friend of the children of Meteor City around the time the troupe lived there. Upon his debut, we see him solo in a group of mafia members and then 4 members of the Shadow Beast before being kidnapped by Kurapika, freed by the Phantom Troupe, and then tracked Kurapika down to have a death match with him, which he lost badly. Uvo died from Kurapika using Judgment Chain on him and asking him a question after telling him that he'll die if he answers the question incorrectly, and Uvo tells him to die, killing Uvo. Kurapika at the time was dead set on revenge against the Phantom Troupe due to the troupe massacring his clan. Being a master enhancer, Uvo had superhuman strength and durability to say nothing of his speed and reflexes. His Big Bang Impact, which is simply a co-attack where he focuses all of his aura into his fist, is a fearsome attack that can cover a great distance. Uvo was a sadistic mass murderer to most of the world, but to the troupe he was a caring family member, which is why the troupe, more specifically Nobunaga, one of Uvo's closest friends, has Kurapika on their hit list. Number 8 before Shizuku. So even after all that I said about great characters and their unfortunate deaths, this is a minor exception. Of this character, whose number was number 8 before their successor, Shizuku is unnamed, unseen, and unalived 3 years before the series starts, but their murder case isn't unsolved because we know the culprit was Silver Zoldyck. Killua tells us this in York New City arc when explaining to Gon and Leorio how strong the Phantom Troupe is. He said that his dad Silver was hired to assassinate the 8th Spider and that he complained the job wasn't worth the money, his highest compliment to a target, and gathered his kids to tell them to stay away from the Phantom Troupe. Chrollo confirms this by remembering Silver when the latter comes with Zeno to attempt to assassinate the former. Since we don't know who this member is, it's hard to miss them in my opinion. We hear about this member before the death of the next, which is why it's second on the list. Pakunoda, a founding member and number 9 of the troupe, and one of the most useful abilities on the team. As a specialist, Pakunoda has a memory ability that allows her to receive and give memory. When she asks a target a question while touching them, if they know anything, she instantly has the knowledge they do, and with her memory bomb, she is able to shoot knowledge via memories into her targets, which are her allies in this case. Pakunoda with this ability was able to know who Kurapika was through looking at Squallow's memories. Due to this, she was chosen by the protagonist to handle negotiations after Kurapika kidnapped Chrollo. Kurapika used Judgment Chain on Chrollo, making it so he would die if he used Nen or contacted the Phantom Troupe, and used it on Pakunoda, forbidding her from giving the Phantom Troupe any information about him. Pakunoda blatantly ignored this and gave this information along with the details of what Kurapika did to Chrollo by shooting her memory bomb into her troop members. She was only able to fire 6 bullets at once, which she calculated as enough for the founding members of the troop left. She died by Kurapika's Judgment Chain as soon as the bullets hit their targets. Pakunoda was extremely loyal to Chrollo, which is why she gave her life to allow the troop to know what happened to Chrollo so they could help him undo Kurapika's Judgment Chain a few arcs later. Cortopi, the number 12 and physically weakest member of the troupe, he is still above an average Nen user, seeing as the Phantom Troupe doesn't recruit amateurs. Cortopi is a conjurer who can copy objects at least 50 plus times, and also know where the copies are if he is touching the original object. Cortopi was loyal to Chrollo and ready to fight Finks and Phaeton when they were about to not let Pakunoda return to Kurapika to finish negotiations to free Chrollo. Cortopi survives the Hunter x Hunter anime, but a few arcs later in the manga, Hisoka, after losing his fight to Chrollo, tells Machi that he's going to hunt down the Phantom Troupe. He later finds Cortopi and decapitates him off screen. Cortopi was a cool character with a dope Nen ability. Such a waste. Shalnark, one of my favorite Phantom Troupe members. Number 6 of the Phantom Troupe and a professional hunter like the protagonist, except Killua at the time. Check out my Killua Disrespect Thread video if you have the time. But back to Shalnark, he was the lighthearted, intellectual voice of reason on the Phantom Troupe. He definitely was still a mass murderer like the rest of the troupe. Being a founding member like Uvo and Pakunoda meant that he participated in the genocide of the Kurta clan, Kurapika's clan. which also involved the desecration of their corpses as they stole the clan's eyes, but also as a founding member, he witnessed the desecration of the Troupe's childhood friend Sarasa by the outside world as well. Shalnarg was loyal to the Spider, or the Troupe itself, more so than Krollo, as per Krollo's wishes. Shalnarg is a manipulator who uses pin-like antenna, which he uses to impale his targets, and a phone to control them. He is able to use his antenna on himself to put himself into autopilot, where he glows gold from the massive amount of aura he brings forth. Huge power and speed increase, as well as immunity to being manipulated due to him manipulating himself. Shalnarg was with Kortopi when he was killed by Hisoka, and like Kortopi, he had lent his abilities to Krollo for his fight against Hisoka. Hisoka throws Kortopi's head at Shalnarg, who catches it to realize what it was, and Hisoka one-shots him. Hisoka then props his body up near Kortopi's head and left him to be pecked at by crows. Tragic. This was crazy because Shalnarg was just on the phone with Krollo prior to this and was excited about the Spiders reuniting again. 2 honorable mentions. I didn't mention this before, but the Phantom Troupe has a rule where if you kill a member of the Phantom Troupe, you can replace them. For those wondering why they didn't have Kurapika replace Uvo, is because he is a threat to the entire troupe, as he has made clear to Krollo himself. But anyway, in the Hunter x Hunter movie Phantom Rogue, Omikage was the former number 4 before he was defeated by Hisoka, but it's later revealed that Hisoka defeated a puppet of Omikage via the latter's Nen ability. Omikage could make puppets of people past and present, but they would have hollow eyes unless he had the actual eyes of the target. At the conclusion of Phantom Rogue, Kurapika and Killua discuss which of the 2 of them should be able to kill Omikage, and Omikage's sister Ret stabs Omikage in the back with a Ben's knife, killing him. This was an honorable mention because the movie is non-canon and because he was no longer a part of the Phantom Troupe. And Hisoka. As I said before in the manga, Hisoka and Krollo have a fight at Heaven's Arena actually, where Krollo is a floor master now. Krollo low-dips Hisoka with his array of stolen and borrowed Nen abilities and actually kills Hisoka. Hisoka showcases the ability to use post-mortem Nen, and Bungee Gum restarts his heart and lungs. This was an honorable mention because Hisoka wasn't really a member of the troupe but pretending to be to have the chance to fight Krollo, and because Hisoka came back to life. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and which spider you think is going to get stepped on next. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Hunter x Hunter content.